to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a video that has been requested by somebody very recently, and as you guys may know, I did my lipstick collection part 1 sort of just a few videos ago, and that is because my favorite lipsticks and the new ones that I recently purchased, I wanted to show you guys. I still have some more makeup sitting at home, and I intend to do a collective kind of part 2 of everything that I left at home a little bit later, a few months later when I go home. But somebody requested that I do my highlighter collection. Now my collection of highlighters is not very large, and I thought that I could incorporate all of my highlighters and bronzing contouring powders that I have over here, products that I have over here in that same video. So welcome to my highlighting and contouring collection. I forgot that my hair is still in an ugly bun, so I'm just going to quickly open it and hopefully look a little bit better. Alright, so within the highlights, starting in no particular order, right now the first thing that I can grab is my Kiko Milano long lasting water eyeshadow, and I have the shade 208. This is what it looks like. It is an eyeshadow, yes, but it is that kind of color that is a very beautiful highlight for I think most skin tones. So this is the highlight that I'm wearing today. It just so happens, if you can see that, it's on my face and then it's also in my inner corners. So this is actually a really beautiful highlight. I don't know if the camera is picking it up right now, but I do want to give you a quick swatch. Now this is dry. If you apply it wet with a wet brush, or if you spritz some Fix Plus on it, then it does apply a lot more intense than this. But this is what the swatch looks like, this first swatch. It's beautiful, and it can be kind of sheared down to make a nice, not everyday, it's still a pretty wow boom kind of highlight, but it can make for a nice kind of highlight that you can get away with, and that's what I'm wearing today. Then next up, I purchased the Becca Glow on the Go kit in the shade Opal. In that Glow on the Go kit, I got both Opal, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfecting in the powder variant, and the liquid variant. Both of these are small, but I don't really mind because I don't use highlight on the daily, and I don't think I'll ever run out of this or this. So let me just quickly give you a swatch of the powder first. It's so incredibly soft, and that is it. The second swatch that you can see, this one, is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. Compared to the Kiko one, it is more champagne-y with a little bit of rose gold mixed in it, and very beautiful. Again, this is very not glittery at all. I don't think I have a glittery one, but this is extremely shimmery, not for everyday, not for me. I have a couple of everyday ones, 3 everyday ones that I am going to talk about, but these are not it. Now let me give you a swatch of the liquid one. So now this I don't typically end up using a lot as a highlight for, like, you know, spot highlighting like my cheekbones and stuff. I end up using this just for like mixing in with foundation, making it very dewy if it's a matte foundation. So do you see the third swatch? That third swatch is the Shimmering Skin Perfector Opal Liquid. Okay, moving on. The next one is another highlight and is another eyeshadow. And funnily enough, I purchased this as an eyeshadow, and I realized very late that this is a very beautiful highlight. It's another goldeny one. I guess you can see a pattern. I love golden champagne highlights, and I have the L'Oreal Infallible Single Pressed Eyeshadow in the shade Eternal Sunshine. This is what it looks like, and then this is the back. This is what it looks like, and then when you open it up, it has a little thing that presses it down. I'm just going to put that aside, and this is what the color looks like on the inside. Let me give you a quick swatch. Also a very soft powder, but super pigmented, primarily because this is a loose pigment that has been pressed down. And this, again, in my opinion, is not something that I can wear on the daily, but it is beautiful. So where can I swatch it? Right here. Let's swatch it on my knuckle. This fourth one that you see is the L'Oreal Infallible Pressed Shadow in Eternal Sunshine. Very beautiful, also golden, pretty yellow gold actually, and very comparable to the Kiko Milano one. So if in case you're interested in this, you can go ahead and buy this at any Kiko store. Currently they're only in Delhi, but at least for those people who are either visiting Delhi or live in Delhi, this is approachable. Again, the fourth one is the L'Oreal. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about things that I can wear on the daily. So the first one over here I have is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips Consume Bronzer, Blush and Eyeshadow in the shade Vegas Strip. It's called a light bronzer. Now, I don't know why they market it as a bronzer. I'm just trying to open it so that I can show you. I don't know why they market it as a bronzer, because this is definitely not a bronzer. This is definitely a highlight. I can't think of one light skin tones that can actually use this. Now it has 5 different strips, but and typically you can use them separately, but I actually end up using them all together, just blended, to create a beautiful rose gold champagne. Do you see a pattern there? Highlight. And okay, I'll just watch it right here. And this is that. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this is everyday. I gave you a very concentrated swatch right now, but I use it with my small stippling brush by ELF. And that actually doesn't pick up a lot of this powder. This is not a very easy to kind of pick up powder. It does kind of tend to stick into the pan, and very little pigment is picked up onto the brush. So when I use it with that particular brush, it gives me a very kind of everyday wearable look. Then I have the Hard Candy Glow All The Way Bronzer, again marketed as a bronzer, not a bronzer at all, in the shade Tiki. This is a baked item, so it kicks up a lot of powder, and again this is a nice champagne color. And let me give you a quick swatch of this. Now this is one of my favorite products ever, like not just like purchased in America or whatever. No, it's one of my favorite products ever. This is a wonderful product because I can literally swipe it up with my finger and apply it directly with my finger, and it somehow manages to look good and well blended no matter what. So this last swatch that you're looking at is what this looks like. Very concentrated, but I can very easily, using a fan brush or using my small stipple brush by ELF, I can keep using that and it will give me everyday kind of application. These are all of my highlighters. So give me a moment, let me clean this up, and then I'll talk to you about all of my bronzers and contouring products. Alright? Okay, in the category of single bronzer / contouring products, I only have 2 here at the hostel. The first one is my Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm. Now this is what it looks like. It comes in a cardboard packaging and it's a very cool toned powder. It's quite soft, very smooth, and it's actually wonderful for contouring. I'll just give you a quick swatch right here. This is what the color looks like, and this is the color that suits most people. Now I sometimes feel like this is a little dark for me. I sometimes feel that way, which is why I don't end up using this very much, and it's not the most easy to use product in my mind. But I don't contour a lot, in the sense that I don't heavily contour a lot. I contour very lightly, as you can tell today also. I've done some contouring, but I've used a very light powder, and that is typically what I like to use. So I don't end up using this a lot, but for special occasions, I love this powder. I adore it. And the other item that I have is my Kiko Design Flower Enriched Bronzer. I have it in the shade Couture Sienna or 02. Now look at the packaging. It's so incredibly beautiful. And then when you open it up, it's pretty even on the inside. Now I could technically call it a palette because it does have a section with a blush in it. But I don't, because this is primarily a bronzer. Now let me give you a quick swatch. Again, a very finely milled bronzer, extremely matte, not that pigmented that you can't really work with it. It's that second swatch over here that you can see, but it is a little bit on the warm side, and that is why I end up using this more as an overall bronzer. I can contour with it, I have contoured with it, and I am planning on doing a comprehensive review and demo of this to use it as a bronzer as well as a contour powder. I have done that, but it's actually quite quite beautiful. This was limited edition. I think it might still be in stock because I don't think Kiko is advertising any other new range of limited edition products, so it might still be in stock. For those of you in Delhi, go ahead and try it out. But I like it. It's a nice bronzer. Very buttery. And now moving on to some palettes, highlighting and contouring palettes. The first thing that I want to talk about over here is something that I've raved about a lot. It is my Maybelline V-Face Duo Stick. Yeah, by Face Studio. So this is a cream highlight and contouring stick. And as you can see, I have used up the contour side quite a bit. I love it for nose contouring, even though that's not what I've used today. And this is what it swatches like. I'll just give me a moment. This third swatch that you see, this is what it swatches like. It's wonderful. It's still a little warm, but because of the way it has been designed, it's so easy to use. I love it for my nose contour and for everything. Actually, I love it for everything. And I can blend it away and then set it with a cooler tone powder so that the face doesn't look too warm. But I love this product, and I'm actually now considering going for the darker shade, medium to dark. Hopefully that will be a little more cool toned. I'm not entirely sure, but it's worth a try. And it's not definitely that dark that I can't blend it out. I'm definitely curious to try. On the other side is a little bit of a disaster. I have the highlighting stick over here. Now, it's a beautiful pearly highlight stick, but the problem is it is so soft that it is completely broken. I don't want to remove it from its packaging to show you, but it's not so broken that I can't use it at all. So I am going to swatch it for you guys. I'm doing it very light-handedly. That is why I'm going over it repeatedly, because I don't want the bullet to completely break. There, gone inside. And this is what it swatches like. So it is also an extremely beautiful product, and I feel like this is the cream version of one of the other highlighters that I'm about to show you in just a second. It's a part of a palette. It's very beautiful, but it's just so sad that it broke off. The other thing is, I tend not to use a lot of very white kind of pearly pinky highlights. I lean towards golden, opal, rose gold, those kind of colors, just because I feel like they're a lot more flattering on my skin tone. I feel like if I were just a couple of shades lighter than I am, then I would have been able to carry these off better. They're just extremely Wawa home. There is a very specific time and a place where I would like to use these colors, but that doesn't mean that doesn't exist at all. So I do like it. Now moving on to my two contouring and highlighting palettes. Let's talk about the one that's not easily available in India. This is the e.l.f. contouring palette. This is what it looks like. It comes with 4 shades. One matte yellow toned, it's not that yellow, it's more beige, but yellow toned powder. One pearly white pinky highlight. This is their more contouring kind of deeper matte bronzer, and this is the lighter bronzer. Now I, for contouring, would end up mixing both of them and then using them, because this is just too warm and this is just too red, but mixed together they're alright. But and I would typically use this for setting my under eye, but this is not the best powder for setting my under eye. The highlight is nice and subtle. It's not something that I can't wear, even though it is a white pinky kind of white champagne highlight. It's not something that I can't wear, and I'll just show you. I believe that this is a nice combination with this cream highlight. If I were to use this, and then I would use this to set it. So it's a nice powder, but it's not something that I reach for very often. I use the contouring powders in this a lot more than the highlight. And this was like really cheap. It was $6 or something. I will have, like I said, all of the product prices mentioned in the description box. Now the star of my contouring game today, forever and ever, is my Freedom Pro Stroke palette. I love this product. There is nothing about this product that I don't love. Okay, that's not true. There is one thing about this product that I don't love. But other than that, it's such a good palette. It has everything. It has that beige powder to set your under eye. It has a yellow powder to set your under eye. It has a shimmering highlighter. It has a light contour. It has a dark contour. And for most of us who normal Indian skin tone, most slightly duskier skin tone, they have a lot of the medium bronzer. Now I end up using the light one the most because that I feel like suits me on the daily. This I would use for special occasions when I want deeper, kind of more visible contour. I almost never use this except as an eyeshadow. I love these palettes except for the highlight. I feel again it's one of those white with pink undertone. I don't love it. It's nice and I can find uses for it definitely. In fact, this is the highlight that I'm wearing as an eyeshadow on all over my eyes right now, except on my inner corner, and it's actually quite pretty as that, but I don't love it as a highlight. Other than that, this palette is beautiful. I end up using it every time I contour, and for a while there last month I was contouring every day. I don't do that as much anymore, but I was, and I love, you guys must try it. It's not that expensive. It's like $17.50, but you get so much product and you can like buy one for the entire family, I'm sure. I don't know what I'm saying. I love this product. This is the star of my highlight and contour collection. So that is my entire highlight and contour collection that I have over here. I have 1 or 2 products sitting at home. I'll do a collective collection later when I go home. But till then, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and for that person who requested it, thank you so much for requesting. Nothing makes me much happier than doing a video that somebody has actually asked for, that somebody is waiting for, that somebody is interested. The other thing that makes me really happy that you guys do is that you subscribe to my channel. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Arushi. Hi, I create makeup and beauty related content here on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. It is that red button just under the video window. And right next to it, after you subscribe, you'll find that there is a little bell icon. Please go ahead and click that as well so that you can be notified whenever I upload, as soon as I upload. Also, after you've done all of that, please follow me on all of my social media. They're listed right here on the screen for you right now. So I have Snapchat, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, and I have Twitter. Please follow me everywhere.